Hello everyone, my name is Zenitsu, and I'm back with a case opening. This time it's going to be a case opening of BT11. So along with the case opening, my LGS also decided to give me some extra goodies. Unfortunately, they didn't want to just throw all of the artist illustration competition packs they had at me, so they only gave me about half of what they got. Which I think is totally fair considering, according to the packaging, it says that you get one of all 8, so I realistically only needed 4 in order to get a full playset, but the extra 2 is nice to use and have just because there's some pretty decent cards in there. Outside of that, as kind of compensation, they gave me 2 more VMons. These are the pre-release winning cards, and they also gave me more pre-release packs to kind of compensate again for the lack of illustration packs. So we'll save all of this extra fun stuff towards the end of the video and at the end of the box opening. So let's just dive right in and get to the meat and potatoes, the main attraction, which is going to be the BT11 case. As always, the first box, I'm going to go a little bit on the slower side, and then after the first box, I'm going to start ramping it up just because we should see, realistically, a lot of the cards over and over again, so it just gets less interesting. And then I'm going to do, like, a big breakdown at the end of, like, kind of everything. Not, like, everything, but all of the secrets, super rares, alt arts, foil commons and uncommons. I don't think I'm going to do foil rares just because the commons and uncommons is like more of an interesting spot. And then on top of that, the campaign rares. So I believe the standard booster box is going to contain 6 super rares, 4 campaign rares, 1 alt art, 1 secret or alt art. And then, yeah, that's kind of it as far as what I've known. So let's just dive right in. I should probably move this out of the way. Alright. So, unfortunately, there is no box topper in this set. It was supposed to be a illustration pack that comes with every booster box purchase, but it was outside of the booster box, so that's a little bit unfortunate there. Alright, pack 1. A foil uncommon in the rare slot, and a foil rare. So you still get the 3 uncommons, you still get all of the same number of uncommons, you just essentially lost a rare to the foil common and uncommon as of right now. I don't know if this trend is going to continue with all of the other booster boxes, I kind of hope it doesn't, and if they do, at least like dedicate one not foil slot to a not foil rare. I don't know. I know that's like the easiest solution people were thinking of. I don't know all of their printing logistics to say if that is the easiest choice, but yeah. So here's a foil common and ooh, a campaign rare. So this is going to make my piles a little bit more messy, just because there's more piles now. So getting the Digimon campaign rare off the bat is pretty good. I think this is a really good looking card. And it's also just a pretty good card in general. First SR, which is Shout 7. Not bad. I do like the Shout deck. Small question on BT11 that I literally just thought of, but outside of Mastamon and Black War Greymon, what else will retain value in the set? I believe Allforce is going to retain some pretty decent value. The Gauss stuff is going to be pretty okay because it's getting some more support. So second SR is Bagramon. So I think there's like a couple of decent cards in here that will retain value. The secrets are definitely okay. Galactimon, you just build the Galacti deck out of the set, which I think that's pretty nice that they give that option. And it seems like in this set more particular compared to some of the others, they're starting to have like double ups on how color synergy is going to be working. So what I mean by double ups is usually they have 2 evolution lines in each color at least, and before they had nothing to do with each other. So you couldn't double them up to attempt to make a deck. And in this set, it looks like the double upping to at least try to attempt to make a playable deck is more of a factor here. But obviously, they're still kind of like core or shells to their own little deck that they want to be made. And they're just waiting for more support if they don't have any support. So that's a foil common. But the Shout stuff, it's still getting some support. It's still a solid deck. It's not like there's no value in the set at all. But the All-Force stuff is looking to be the highlight. Was that a common Digi-Egg? Alright, campaign run number 2 is Gazimon. So this is a foil rare, uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Yeah, I didn't even realize they actually have common Digi-Eggs. Huh. I mean, when it comes to the secondary market in Digimon, it's kind of weird. Most cards generally don't hold value. So it's just what kind of support a package gets in the long run will help determine its value. If something's pretty cheap, that's pretty good. Just for the health of the game, just to make things more accessible. Not everything needs to be super expensive. But the fact that the rares are actually harder to pull in this set because of the foil commons and uncommons, the rares are actually going to be slightly boosted in the secondary market, so those should retain and hold a little bit more value than they normally did, just because of how much harder they are to pull. How many gold rares we got? We got currently 0 as we are working our way through box 1. So, I'm taking box 1 a little bit on the slower side so we could take in some of the cards. This is a rare foil uncommon. I just have to get used to the fact that there's now foil commons and uncommons. At least for this set. But most of the time, when it comes to value in a booster box and Digimon as a whole, it's all about the secrets and it's all about the alt arts. That's really the real chase, and everything else really isn't worth a whole lot, or it shouldn't be. Just because of like how history is. So alt art is going to be Shout Cross 7. So I'll put the alts with the campaigns, just because the campaigns are kind of alt arts. Rare, uncommon, common. So I'm also curious how many Vemmons that are going to come in a booster box. Just because Vemmon, you need a lot of them to be able to make the deck, and based on how many you get in like a booster box or what the box average is, determines how many booster boxes you kind of need in order to make that deck, outside of the fact that Galactimon is a secret. Which I don't necessarily think he should have been a secret, but at least if they wanted to make his deck playable, that's like not terrible. Marsmon. I would have preferred him to be at a lower rarity, but I guess there's some value in having him. And for his deck, you're going to need 4 of him. So that kind of incentivizes people to pull more boxes as well if you're trying to build that. Same thing with Allforce. Allforce gets support every now and then, more than Vemon, obviously. And Allforce is definitely going to be the hot ticket next to Black War Greymon. But rumor has it, this is just a rumor, that after Nationals, Black War Greymon is going to get nerfed in some way. What that's going to be is to be determined, because usually when Bandai does any sort of bans and restrictions, it's based off of Japanese data and Japanese results. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there and how that will influence the English meta, just because the English meta does take effect almost the same time as Japan usually. So that's going to change how we approach our future metas, which I think makes the game more interesting as a whole, just because we don't necessarily need to rely hardcore on Japanese data. You don't like Rina being a secret? Neither do I. Super highly playable cards that you need 4 of being in the secret rare slot, I'm generally not a huge fan of, just because I like things being accessible. Like, secrets should be good. Like, I think that Death Exmon being a secret, that's fine. Almost no deck plays 4 Death Exmons. Although I think Death X might be actually a bad example, just because every deck could at least run 1 to 2 Death X's. But still, like, the idea is if you're going to have a secret rare, make it something super spicy, super special, and something you don't necessarily need 4 of. At least if you're going from an accessibility standpoint. Oh, wow. That came off real easy. So, the rumor has it on the ratios to pull a gold foil card. It is 1 in every 2 to 4 cases. Alt Art, Allforce. So, this box will not have a super, or any more secrets. Because I already pulled 2 alt arts. And at least it didn't take the slot of the rare. So the rare is a true rare when it's paired up with a super or secret. And it's not eaten away by more foil commons and uncommons. So I also don't know where the gold art cards fall in terms of like what slot they take up. So I think they're supposed to take up a rare slot. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't pulled one to know. But I think as far as like what the set is trying to do, I do like the ideas that it's playing around with. Digimon is another super. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I should get 1 more super. And I unfortunately don't have my sleeves super handy. I have some sleeves super handy, but not like my usual big box of sleeves. Hey, all 4 showed up as the last one. So now I have no more super rares to get. I still have at least one campaign rare. So I like the idea on just more possible like special cards to pull, because right now if I was just like a scummy reseller of packs, I would basically stop opening right now, just because if these didn't exist, I already have my supers and I already have my secrets, so it's like, okay, there's actually no reason for me to open them. And I kind of do like the change, even though it's not necessarily benefiting, because it's compounded with this eating up a lot of the rares. So I think there is like a happy medium and a balance. The last campaign, I do think that there's a happy medium and a balance that they could have when it comes to trying to do booster boxes like this. I don't necessarily hate the idea. It's just they could have done better. Oh, they don't take any supers or secret slots? That's good. So it looks like every single pack I've been getting at least one foil common or uncommon, and then I get basically additional rares when I see a campaign rare, alt art / secret, or super. So after this one box, we could count the Vemmons and we could count the foil commons and kind of go from there. Kind of like a mini breakdown. Because I know the community's been asking for foil commons and uncommons outside of the foil uncommons in pre-release packs. So it's nice that they are listening and attempting to be able to cater to the community. It's just sometimes there's always that monkey's paw effect where you don't exactly know what you're asking for or how they'll deliver it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 supers. 4 campaigns. 2 alt art / secrets. And then how many foil commons and uncommons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 13 versus 23, so there's 10 total different. So you have 10 more rares than you do foil commons and uncommons. And then we just need to look for the Vemmons before moving on to the next box, just to see how many Vemmons we pulled. So if they didn't increase the prevalence of Vemmons, we should realistically see maybe 3 to 5 Vemmons. Which would make building the Galacti deck a little bit harder. But you already have to try to get 4 secrets, so by that logic, you should already have enough Vemmons if you're just straight up opening packs to try to build that deck. Is that it? So I only got 3 Vemmons in this box. So yeah, it's gonna take a lot in order to be able, like, this is why buying singles is usually just a good idea. Because if you're already gonna need to be chasing these cards, and you need a lot of them, and I only pulled like maybe 3, an average of 4 per box, that's just gonna be a lot to ask for. in order to be able to build this just by pulling packs. Which is a little bit unfortunate. So let's throw you here. You guys will go on top. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to go into box 2, and we're going to speed things up this time. Let me just remember the distribution. Okay, so let's throw the alt arts there, and the campaigns will be the top. How many Vemons do you actually use in the deck? You're going to need at least 20. Bare minimum, 18. But I think based on just what I've seen and deck statistics, based on other decks, at least 20 is probably going to be the recommended number. So if you get 3 in a box and you need 20 of them, so you're going to need at least like maybe 8 boxes to get enough Vemons. And that's just Vemon alone. Which is why, like, usually it's a good idea to just buy the singles or trade with your friends who aren't looking to build the deck, so that way you could take that burden off. Alright, so now we could start fast forwarding through these right to the good stuff. So TCG player, card market, eBay, however you decide to get your singles. And usually it's a good idea to never pre-order singles, just because pre-order prices are always going to be hyper-inflated compared to, you know... oh, I didn't separate the uncommons here. There we go. Pre-release prices are always going to be hyper-inflated, just because they want their money and they want to get it quick while they're trying to take advantage of, like, the fear of missing out and all that good stuff. How much are cases when you pre-order? Cases will vary from shop to shop. I paid really different prices based on the set. So my LGS charged me about 900 for this. My LGS usually looks at TCG player, Altar Marsmon. My LGS usually looks at TCG player to try to determine some pricing. They usually don't take percentages down because they would assume that I would be buying from TCG player if I wasn't buying from them. So that's their supposed logic. But usually a case should go anywhere between like 800 to 900. Hades Force. Uncommon, uncommon. But I've paid like less sometimes. So on some of the lesser popular sets that people probably just pre-ordered too much of, or like stores bought too much of, I've paid like maybe $750 for a case before. But usually it's always between that 800 and 900 range. And if anyone's unfamiliar with how many booster boxes are in a case, it's, oh yeah, she is a super rare. It is 12 boxes to a case. I am disclosing that, this is not a true case. 2 booster boxes were taken from the case, just because my store needed to sell it, so they sold me 10 booster boxes that were from the same case, and then added 2 booster boxes. So this isn't going to be, like, perfect in terms of, like, case math and case ratio, but I asked around the LGS, like, the people who bought Digimon, they bought those boxes during pre-release, and I was just like, hey, what'd you pull? If you pulled anything, like, good, so that way I know what I was missing from the case, and nothing really was important was lost. But I mostly open up cases, one, to have a lot of cards to be able to give and sell to people, depending on their needs. Two, so I don't have to, like, scrounge around for cards and rebuy cards all the time. And then, three, to just give out and, like, help the community out in whatever way that, I feel like I can. Ooh, Commandramon. And I know it's expensive, and most people can't afford normal cases. To be honest, I shouldn't even be buying cases myself, but I do anyway. Because you will end up with a lot of bulk. Like, and if you can't figure out a way... Oh, I forgot, you could get a foil Vemon. So you might be able to get enough Vemons in, if you're lucky, 6 boxes, I guess. But I think, like, 8 is probably the more realistic number. But I know for a fact that I should have plenty of cards to be able to build almost anything that I need, which helps when you're trying to be competitive. So that way I don't always have to, like, wait for shipping and constantly try to refigure everything out. I am also a pseudo collector. I do just have, like, a master playset of all of the supers at the very least. So that way, if I ever need any super, I know I have a full playset. But it helps when I'm making YouTube videos, just having access at everything. Hey, Destromon. So I'm only separating these just because for, like, my own personal organization's sake, I want them to be separate. So when I'm flipping through, I know, like, hey, the rares stop here, so, like, these are just the fluff cards. Merva? So I'm missing one alt art / secret, and then one campaign rare, and then 2 supers at this point. He is a rare. Okay. I'm like, is he a super? Couldn't remember. Yeah, the Greymon decks have a ton of variants. Like, you could build Black War Greymon, War Greymon. Eventually, it's gonna be there's gonna be a third option with Gaiomon, utilizing literally all of the same tech and tools. Then you have red Digitamas and red level 3s to use, and then you could swap into black if you really wanted to. Like, I think that's part of, like, the strength of Greymon-based decks, and part of the reason why they're doing so well is because they have so many different ways to approach the deck building process. And they have so many tech and tools that they all share between. And just because they are one of the most supported, if not the most supported archetype right now, that's part of the compounding issue is because of how much support it's gotten, it just propels what it can do above almost anything else. So it's just like, how can something with 2 sets or 2 waves of support compete with something that had 5? Like, there's no realistic way for that deck to compete unless the one that had literally 2 just is that much better than anything else, which they generally don't do. But I also think, like, Digimon has reached, like, a power threshold where it's just like, okay, we know where our cap should be, so let's not try to exceed that cap. Yeah, and then that's not even talking about with Black War Greymon being able to use any of the Shine Greymon stuff, because you technically have red yellow Greymons that you could lean into. Which is part of my initial problem with two-color Digimon to begin with, is just how much it's enabling the game to be able to do, but it's like a double-edged sword. Some people really love that creative freedom that they're given, and then on the other hand, depending on how you do it and what it's implemented with and on, it could absolutely be backbreaking towards the game. Hey, another all fours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm all done with my supers. I'm all done with my supers. I'm all done with campaigns. So I'm just hunting the last secret / alt art. Alt art Mirai. So these last two packs don't have anything spicy in it. So we'll just cut right to the chase. And I think now we could start cutting to the chase with the rest of the booster boxes. I feel like I've gone slow enough on the first two. I like going slow on the first two just because of like how YouTube works and where people generally watch. I see that and I have that metric. So it is supers, alt arts, then campaigns. Supers, alts, campaigns. Alright. Tilt. Rares down, or commons down. Commons down. Alright, box number 3. We are professionals using professional grade tools. As far as your question, Roxas, even though the Shine deck did get 3 current waves of support back to back to back, kind of like what Ray was saying, setups, like if it's not just an easy built-in setup, setting up does take time, and certain decks definitely can take advantage of that time and try to basically aggress it out before the setup is complete to be able to utilize your card's strategy. So that's why purple decks traditionally haven't done super well, is because almost all purple decks need a setup, and most of the time their setup is setting up their trash. So if you don't have that trash setup, then you're just not really playing your deck until you get to that state, and that time is where other decks could basically just beat you out before you could get your strategy really going. Hey, Alt Art Rena. Okay, so the Alt Art Rena actually ate up a rare because this is an uncommon. So that's interesting. Yeah, so the faster a deck can set up if it needs a setup, the better it's usually going to perform. So that's why, like, being able to play your Tamers for free is just such a demanded ability on any deck that's playing Tamers. And, like, what level and when they could do it at, that's also really important. And then the other half of that equation is what your tempo is on your level 6. So we started seeing a lot of level 6s that are, like, super tempo efficient that could basically evo for like 2, 1, or even 0 or potentially even gain you memory back. And those, like, allow you to use your level 5s a little bit more aggressively, knowing you could basically Digivolve for free into your level 6. So that's what makes something like Bloomlord so good, is just part of his setup. Like, off of a board state with 0 on it, with his setup, he will only cost 2 to Evo. When it's printed on the card, he costs 4. Alt Art Digimon. So, now all of the interesting cards are gone. Another shout. Gazi. I could still get the gold rare? That's always nice. That would be super dope if I actually managed to get a golden rare. Sometimes the tops of the packs, at least on these ones, aren't very nice. But the bottoms work just fine. Campaign rare number 2 is Rusty. And then after I'm done opening and doing all of, like, the breakdowns, we could probably start building some paper decks. Yeah, the real luck. One of my friends, his name is Eli. He bought 3 booster boxes and pulled a gold Mastimon. I immediately asked him what shop it was from, so that way I know not to buy booster boxes of this from that shop, because I know that from that case, I will not see another one. Nope. I still have some supers that I have yet to open. And I still have one more campaign rare. Boop, boop. All Force. Just the change in the packs, I actually have to, like, stop and think where things are going now. Marsmon. Oh, oops. Wrong spot. See? That's what I mean. I didn't think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have one more. One more here, one more here. Bam. Digimon. But yeah, if you guys have, like, any questions, I'm more than welcome to try to answer them to the best of my abilities. Am I a JoJo fan? Funny enough, I was talking about JoJo at work. One of my coworkers, he is excited for part 9, I believe. I still need to watch part 4 to its completion. I've seen bits and pieces of part 4, but I have not watched it beginning to end. And I know, like, at around part 6, it's either part 6 or part 7 is when it gets, like, absolutely crazy. But I don't mind JoJo. Serafi! Heyo. Serafi coming in the close. Alright, this last pack's gonna have the gold Mastimon. And bam. Nope. Alright. So, we go here, here, then here. So that was technically my first secret, and it was an alt art secret. So it's not like it's a true secret. But nice to see nonetheless. I don't know in this box how secrets are going to work. If they're going to work like secrets from the other sets where on average you would see a full play set. So it'll be interesting to see if that's still true. Because that's my target goal, is to get a full playset of all of the secrets. Which is part of the reason why I buy a case to begin with. But it makes me sad that the Ghost Games anime is kind of ending. And it's ending on such a whimper that, like, well, I think the ending is going to be hype. But it's just the fact that they had so much wasted time towards like slice of life monster of the week episodes that they could have told the story in the 69 episodes allotted to them. And I still just can't get over the fact that like this was one of the longest, if not the longest running Digimon show, and it had such a good and interesting story set up, but they did absolutely nothing with it. It's like, were they trying to tell a story here? Because I liked the attempt, it's just there was too much fluff and filler. Yeah. Because I wanted to see the story in its completion, and knowing that it's not going to get that completion kind of just makes me sad. Because, like, I know that, like, I seen a little bit of the spoilers for the synopsis on the next couple episodes, but basically, they're gonna end off on the kids going to the digital world and trying to solve the mystery behind whatever is making the Digimon super aggressive and sending the Digimon to the digital world. And it's just like, I want to see this next part. Because that's going to be the, like, literally the most interesting part, is that big turning point of any Digimon show. And the fact that we see the turning point, but we don't see the, like, what happens post-turning point is, it's like, why? Just why? Because I like the characters. Oh, there's my first Black War Greymon. So that was out of 2 boxes. 1, 2, 3. No, 3 boxes. Out of 3 boxes, I got a 1 Black War Greymon. Yeah, this set's super rough to open. Hey, alt art. Like, I definitely think they could have cut out a lot of the filler, and there was plenty of episodes to be able to cover it, just like a big turning point. Or just like every other Digimon show before it. Yeah, looking at the commons and uncommons, I really don't know why people wanted the foil commons and uncommons this badly. Because, like, most of these cards aren't even, like, super playable. Some of them are. And usually the ones that are, Bandai tends to reprint. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Mirage Gaos, so that's kind of unfortunate because I traded to get some extra Mirage Gaos. These are all commons. I put the cards in the wrong spot again. Boop. For Max Bling, I mean, I would still rather them just reprint the commons and uncommons in like a special alt art than just have them take up rare slots in a set. Because, like, people don't understand, like, Bandai does reprint cards quite a lot and very often. And most people just ignore them. and then they'll ask for more because it's not the ones that they wanted. Mirai? Nope. Use my brain here. Come on. Yeah, like I would actually be okay with not foil rares. To be honest. Like just one not foil rare. No offense to foiling. I know that foiling usually curls cards, so I like having just the base of a not foil card. So that way I know my cards don't curl or bend or Pringle, whatever phrase you want to use with it. One, two, three. King Suka. Yeah, not foil SRs would be spicy too. That's on. Oh wait, no, this is a campaign rare. I was just like, wait a second. Nope, wrong spot. Brain, come on. It's not even that late. Eosmon, that's the last one. Wrong spot again. Come on. I'm so used to not having this 5th spot. Mamemon, Snatchmon. If I could get a full bling Galacticmon deck, sure. That would be kind of funny. I think the foil Venmons are actually going to be worth a decent amount. Just because of how many Venmons you would need on average. And depending on how many foil Venmons you get in like a case on average, that would kind of suck. But that's like the weird thing about the market is like sometimes people don't know how rare these cards actually are to get. And sometimes they're just like a lot cheaper than I would have expected. The last one was another Merva. Alright, so campaigns are done. Supers are done. So I just have the last alt art / secret out of these last 2 packs. Marsmon. Mid. Very mid. I like the Marsmon deck. It's a shame he's not getting support in the next couple of sets. I mean, I guess technically he is. The Greymon stuff can work with him, but you're not going to waste your time building Vaccine Raid versus just a Greymon deck. Like, there's no real point to doing that. So, this box was very disappointing. Like, I would say this is just a very mid box. Like, there was nothing really jumping out at you. It just seemed very middle of the road. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. One hop this time. Bow. Challenge accepted? What challenge? Did I make a challenge? Is it the foil Galacti deck? Vaccine. Oh, it was Vaccine Raid versus Wargrey Raid. Like, I think that's going to be an interesting deck. I just don't know how good it would be. I still have to, like, actually look at the next set with the Wargrey stuff in BT12. um, to really kind of like get a understanding on that on the synergies that it's trying to play around with. I'm still trying to make Leomons work, and unfortunately Leomon just isn't gonna work. So unfortunately this is gonna be a campaign rare. We already know what this is. Bam, Doraemon. So the campaign rares also took up the rare slot, so that's another interesting point. But I still think it's going to be like 23-10 or 23-13. 2 campaigns back to back. Wow. Brain. Why'd they make Leopardmon mono green? Yeah, I have no idea. Like, so I'm still mad that Bancho Leomon in BT13 is yellow. That pissed me off quite a lot because, the deck, like the Leomon deck, literally is just missing a good top end card to finish it off. And Bancho Leomon was supposed to be the savior of that, but they decided to make him yellow, and now he can't be played with all of that, and it makes me sad. And yeah, they could have easily made Leopardmon blue-green, but I think maybe they just wanted to stop doing blue-green support because that's like easily the most supported 2-color combination. So I get why they didn't, but it would have been nice if they did, just to kind of like tie it all together. Like, make the old stuff usable with the new stuff. Because that's what everyone's impressions were going to be with the different Royal Knights. It's like, oh my god, I get a new Lord Knightmon to use with my Lord Knight deck. And it's purple, so now I can't play it. Thank you, Bandai. Bagra. So, I think, like, BT13, they could have done a little bit better. Because none of the Royal Knights were generally supposed to be in purple, because purple's, like, the evil color. So, like, I get that, Lord Knightmon and, Dynasmon are supporting Lucimon, and they do generally support Lucimon, but they didn't need to make them purple, because they didn't make them purple before, but, whatever, that's just a me thing. I'm like, okay, I get it, but I'm not super thrilled with it. Purple's not supposed to have Royal Knights. Purple's where all the Demon Lords are. Let me mat down my trash. All of these sick booster packs. Yeah, the fact that the Royal Knights deck needs 2 secrets. Oh, hold on. Hey, I'm streaming. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. It was my brother. He probably just wanted to chat about random things. As brothers do. Yeah, no, like, the cards, like, all of the alt art Royal Knights in BT13 have fire art. Like, Digimon's art has been absolutely phenomenal. Like, even some of the most mundane commons and uncommons have, like, still really good looking art. And they didn't need to go that hard on some of these cards, but they did anyway. He is a rare. Oh, I would tell my brother, hey, if you want to, like, chat with me, come and chat. Like, watch my stream, support me. But I know he's going to be driving home from work. Yeah, because he probably just got off work. Ugh, another alt art GG. That's not what I want to see. I mean, it's a good looking art, but it's not the card I'm looking for. So this set is going to, like, this set's already kind of scaring me. I'm, what, like, 5 boxes in or something? And I'm already kind of, like, scared that I might not get everything that I need out of a case. Because I've seen literally only one secret. One. And it was an alt art secret. Like, if this case is, like, scuffed, oh my gosh. Pull anything spicy yet? Just one alt art secret, and that's it. Hey, another Blackwork Greymon. I'm at least getting that. Like, the idea behind a case was to make sure I get everything that I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that was the last one of those. Done with those. Done with these. So all of these are done, which means these are just dud packs that could have a Mastimon, or any other gold rare. Bam. Nope. Let's talk about Mastimon, and Lady Devi decided to show up. I think, like, out of all of the gold rares, Machine Dramon and Mastimon are definitely probably, like, the 2 big highlights. Because, like, they're the most playable cards out of the, like, 3 that were allotted. I think Mastimon's obviously the big winner, just because, like, it's Mastimon. She's more playable than Machine Dramon, and she's still, like, a good card. And her deck is still pretty good. Yeah, Alt Art Rena was so far the spiciest thing that I pulled. Which is pretty sad out of almost half of a case. Like, usually by now, I would have seen, like, half of the secrets that I was looking for, and all that. Like, again, most of the time I just want a full playset of all the secrets, because hunting them down and paying for them is something I generally don't want to do. Luckily enough for me, though, I did have the foresight to trade for a secret rare. So in my pre-release, which I didn't put in my pre-release report, I did end up trading Alt Art Lady Devi and Alt Art Angelomon for Alt Art Rena and a couple of other small things. So I at least have now 2 Renas. Like, I could live without getting a full playset of all of the Galactimons, because I think that card's not going to be super, super expensive. But getting the Renas is definitely the most important secret. But I still want to, like, get the Galactimons, obviously, and just mess around with the deck, because his deck looks really fun. Ads. Sorry that my channel's monetized, YRG. I mean, a lot of pack opening is just the luck of the pulls anyway. So some people just have good luck and some people just don't. I generally have medium luck. My luck is usually never, like, absolutely insane, but it's not, like, god-awful either. It usually gets me by. I think, like, out of all my cases so far, the most disappointing case was, like, BT7. So if this is just BT7 2.0, which it looks like it is, then I'm already going to be very, very worried, and very, very cautious. Like, I know my friend wants to split a booster box, but I'm already like, maybe this isn't the best booster box to split. But you just came back from the ads. What'd you miss? Literally nothing. This is it. That's it. Secret ratios on what? Yeah, so usually, like I stated before, secret ratios, you should, on average, for a normal BT set, get at least a playset of almost every secret. I think the only the only time that wasn't true mathematically, was on BT4, just because it had 3 secrets. So there was no realistic way, based on how pull rates currently are, that you'd get one of every secret in that type of a box. But with 2 secrets, usually I've seen an average of 4 of each. Like, I have seen more swing in one direction versus the other. That is just how variance works. But the slots were still there. So the averages were still there. How many did Mario pull on the 17th? I don't really follow Mario, so I don't know what he pulled and what he got. But I also know he has a huge advantage over some common folk like me, just because he literally owns a store and that is his business. So Mario usually have everything. Alt Art Bagra. Yeah, this is already looking pretty bad. Unless, like, my second half is absolutely going to be cracked. This is, like, already in nightmare territory when it comes to secrets. Hexablau in beautiful art. Because I'm already now half a case in, and I've seen a total of 1 secret, and it was an alt art secret. So... I'm ruining the piles. Didn't tally up how many Mario pulled. I know he pulled 4 to 5 alt arenas. Yeah, he must have had some, like, god tier luck. Yeah, that was my concern. Early case openings had folks only get 3 to 4 regular arts and a few alt art secrets. That sounds about normal, though. But if they reduce the amount of secrets in this specific booster box, I'm still going to be really sad. Because on average, I used to see 4 of one secret, 4 of the other secret, and at least 1 alt art of each secret. So it equated to 10 total secret rares in a average case. So it'll be interesting to see if that's still true here. I mean, granted, this is just my case. And, like, I don't know if they changed anything for, like, pallet rates. But I'm not buying a pallet to break down and figure that one out. Wasn't Shout 7 Superior one secret? And then, I don't remember what the other secret was. Quartzmon, I think, right? Oh, Darkness Bagramon. Right. I was like, it's either Quartzmon or, Darkness Bagra. But I could swear one was, Shout, 7 Superior. Man, I'm getting, like, nothing. So, supers are okay. Choop, choop. Choop. Alright. Put you bad boys away. And then this Sunday, I'm probably going to have to buy another 4-row. Stick all my commons and uncommons in. I usually at least stick my commons in my 4 rows and I condense my booster boxes, but I might need to get more 4 rows for, like, uncommons and whatnot, because I still have them floating around for each set that I've opened, which was all of them. So I think, like, literally based on just my personal experience opening up 6 boxes so far, I'm not super thrilled with this set. This set is definitely in some very rough waters in terms of pull rates. Because I'm sure, like, by now I should be okay on my supers, usually. But missing 1 means I'm missing 12, which actually is a significant number. Like, 1 less secret, or 1 less super means in a case situation, I'm 12 supers down. It's rough. Doraemon. Yeah, it's very top heavy. No wonder you couldn't care about any of them. I just don't have all of the future stuff memorized. I have all of the current stuff memorized. I just don't have all of the future stuff memorized. Just because I need the brain space for what's going on currently. Ghazi. Yeah, and you don't have box toppers to help relieve anything. Like, that's the part that kind of sucks the most. It's like, you could have a scuffed set, sure. But at least, like, give incentive to buy the scuffed set. So I think, like, in the long run, this is probably not going to be a super, like, super well worth it set to ever buy into. So, like, I could see in the future, like, if it's literally not Rena, the set is probably just a bust. And it's not like my goal is to try to make money off of opening up a full case and trying to sell singles. I know I'll never be able to do that. Digimon hasn't been profitable like that in a very long time. Since BT5, I think, was the last set that I was able to, like, not necessarily make a profit, but I was able to just barely break even. And I think BT4 was similar. Like, I was just barely able to break even on BT4. So that just goes to show, like, where the money is not necessarily in just opening up a product like this. Because, I mean, if you sell literally everything, sure, you probably could make a profit, but the profit margins are probably so small, it's not even worth the effort to try to do it all. Not to mention the cost of, like, shipping on each of the orders and all that jazz. Like, I will still be selling some cards from my pulls. I always do. Just to try to help lower the financial burden. So most of, like, my campaign rares and alt arts, probably all of my foil commons and uncommons, like, those are the types of stuff that I'll generally throw up on my shop to try to help help with the burden. But I don't even think, like, some of these will be that expensive. Like, I honestly think that, like, maybe the highly played ones, like the Greymon based ones, and maybe the galactic ones, those are probably the ones that'll most likely have any kind of value. That's still not what I want to see. Yeah, BT1 has a lot of value just because of how hard... Like, oh, that's definitely not what I want to see. That's my third alt GG. That's a feels bad right there. So, this is literally slowly turning into the case of financial nightmares. The Zephyr's kind of decent, though. Not good enough. Yeah, so I literally need, like, a gold card to help recoup this. And there's a normal GG. He's insulting me at this point. How's the case opening, I'm the Z? It's going poorly. My pulls have been so bad, it actually has me worried. Like, my last couple of boxes better be cracked AF. Otherwise, like, this is probably, like, if I had to, like, rate and review a set, I would probably say do not buy this set. Because for whatever reason, now they added more variants into getting secrets, and now that secrets are becoming harder to get, it's like, oh yeah, no, if you just don't get the good stuff, which usually the reason why you're buying a case is to take the RNG out. But if the RNG is still in it, and I still am not going to be able to get a full playset of any secrets, and I'm just hardcore shorted on secrets, and it's just all alt arts, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. Like, it actually now just becomes not financially worth it to buy booster boxes. And even buy cases, which sucks because I like doing this for everyone, but if, like, I'm already going to be cutting on buying, the EX sets, because EX sets, it's just not even worth it just because of how small the sets are. And now with normal booster boxes, I mean, I get that hopefully it is literally just this one booster box. That's what I'm hoping for. If it is just this one booster box. But if it is just going to be this hard from this point forward, then it's not even going to be worth it. Because now I can't even get everything that I would need. When before, after what, 11 sets, I was pretty much guaranteed at least what I would need. So these last 5 boxes better be cracked. Sorry, just compressing more trash. I mean, so YRG, the reprint set in Japan was kind of its own dumpster fire as well. So, like, that's why the Japanese players, allegedly, rumor has it, weren't super happy because they just wanted the new cards, and the reprints really didn't affect them at all. At least, like, hardcore Japan. The reprints did help with some of the promos in other territories, like other Asian territories that weren't Japan. But they still, like, they weren't needed. And it was a larger set, so it made things also pretty hard to pull as well, just to get, like, some of the base stuff that people did want and need. So, right now, I am currently pacing... Oh, God. Yeah, right now I'm pacing at a huge L. I'll be lucky to get a full playset of all of the supers, but I'm at this trajectory, I won't even get a full playset of any of the secrets. They'll probably still have the same pull rates, where it's just like you'll get like maybe 7 and 2 or something. I don't know. And that's probably the logistics they didn't want to have to deal with, just because Japanese boosters are different than English boosters. So now that English boosters, now they need to readjust and refigure out how to do the reprint set properly for English. At least the Dorimons are coming in clutch. Like, this is probably the most sought after campaign rare. Easily. just makes the box toppers for the reprints. Oh my god. Does anyone want to play Mervamon? Like, I think I almost have a full alt art playset of her. Yeah, this is actually the case of nightmares right here. Ray, please pay a pretty penny for them. Cause I'm so, like, I can already see I'm in the neg. Like, so hard in the red with this set, it's actually really, really sad. Like, I'll take my base arts. Yeah, I'm already sweating on this one. Because I have 4 booster boxes, and mathematically, there is 0 ways for me to recover now. Because even if each booster box from the last 4 boosters had a secret rare, I still won't even have a full playset of any secret rare. I have not gotten those alt arts yet. So I definitely think something funky has been going on with the set. Because all of my secrets, or all my supers have literally been, like, my alt arts have literally been Mervamons. Like, it's Mervamon paired up with something I don't want. So, right now, my impressions of this set is stay as far away from it as you humanly possibly can. That is currently my review. Pull rates are so bad that even in a case setting, you're still not gonna see what you need. No, I haven't gotten any alt art Yuyas either. They've all been Mervamons. Like, I'm not even joking. I've seen Mervamon and then one other one, and the one other one has been Digimon. And it's just like, are you kidding me? It's like, it's a little frustrating. Like, if the alt arts were good, I would probably be complaining less, but because my alt arts have been pretty bad, like, this is actually just the case of nightmares. Like, this is the hardest neg I've ever had on a case. I am not taking Mervamon to Nats. I'm not that good of a purple player to want to do, like, what? 12 rounds of Swiss, or, not 12 rounds, 8 to 10 rounds of Swiss with her? No. No, thank you. Oh my god. I'm already just tilted. I'm so tilted. This is actually, like, I think the enjoyment is more for how bad it is rather than how good it could have been. Like, if I was to try to take the professor's, like, booster box challenges, I'd be failing. I would have stopped a long time ago. I would have lost at box 1. Do you have a playset of Merva alt set now? Or was that 3? 1, 2, 3. That's 3. I almost have a playset. Yeah, it's still not good. Like, I think the deck is fine. It's just financially. That's what a lot of people care about. And, like, just the prospect that I won't get a full playset of any secret, and I have 4 boxes left, is already very, very bad and very, very worrisome. So, these next boxes better have secret, 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 alt art secret. And then I might be able to recover something. And obviously, if I get a gold card, that would definitely... Yeah, I actually need a gold rare in order to even have a shot of recovering anything. Like, I'm not trying to, like, make my money back on the set. But in terms of, like, just mentally how far in the red this case has been, this is actually the case of nightmares. Like, this is exactly what you don't want to see. When a case, 12 boxes, doesn't get you what you need. When, in the past, under almost all circumstances, that has been true. Like, if the pull rates were so bad that it affected case ratios... yeah. Nah, I'm already kind of mad. I mean, yes and no at the same time. Like, I like the comfort of knowing what I should be getting in a case. And now that, like, my comfort... Like, this case has definitely brought me so far out of, like, my mental comfort zone that I'm like, there's no way. Like, they can't do this again. They shouldn't. Otherwise, they're gonna lose a customer. I mean, the way you look, you need 3 to 4 cases to get a playset of secrets, and that's naughty. 100%. 100%. Like, I know some people have had better luck. Obviously, like, apparently Mario getting 5 Rinas. But, yeah, like, oh my god. I have not seen a case this bad in a very long time. Lugamon cannot save me here. Yeah, Lugamon definitely can't save me here. Suspicious that they did this on the set that has a secret and a tamer you need a 4 of. Yeah. Yeah. Like, this box, like, I could, if I was, like, super clickbaity, I would literally post the worst case ever. Like, I'm already thinking of, like, clickbaity titles where it's just, like, worst case ever. Bandai, please don't do this. And then horrible pull rates. So, at least I got an alt-art Rena. So, that's good, at least. We're starting to traject up rate, an uptick. Oh, and I totally forgot, to do follows. I was so mad, in Focus, I forgot to do follows. The Lucky Loafer, thank you for the follow. Reggie Bear, thank you for the follow. And, Twill Willy DP, thank you for the follow. No, this is the... Oh, yeah, this is regular art. I thought that was alt art. So I could still get an alt art arena on. Yeah, this is the alt art. So that is regular art. Which means my other arena was also regular art. No, this was alt art. Okay. Yeah, so that's my first regular art arena. The best pull so far was the alt art arena. Oh, that's disappointing. So at this point, I just need to see secrets in all my booster boxes. Like a secret out of each booster box is the only way this has any chance of even making any kind of recovery. And one more arena would be nice. Like the Galactes, sure, whatever. I could cough up the $60 for the playset of Galactes. But I need to get at least one more arena. But regardless, the fact that I'm talking about buying a secret is already the problem. I'll trade you my alt art arena. I actually might be open for that. With the way things have been going so far, I actually am open to that. I don't exactly know what you need at this point, YRG, but if I don't pull the rest of what I need, I'm so open. Like, you could take almost anything you need out of here. Mervamon? Oh, 100%. 100%. I will take that deal in a heartbeat. So I think, like, once more cases get opened and people understand how bad the pull rates actually are, I think, like, some of the cards actually will, like, shoot up in price. At least the secrets will. Or, more specifically, Rena. I know you're jesting. Like, I'm still a good human being at the end of the day who wants to help the other person on the deal. So, like, give me 200 and I'll definitely find a way to make it worth your while. You wish the community would protest pull rates as much as the BT1 debacle? I honestly think they should. I almost am thinking, like, outside of this, literally just talking, like, making a video to try to gather my thoughts in rage that I currently am experiencing, and being like, this is the worst set of Digimon ever. Like, period. Like, I think, like, design-wise, it's fine. But, like, pull rate-wise, on the accessibility of cards, this is easily the worst set they have ever printed. And I'm all for accessibility. I want people to enjoy and play the game. And the fact that I just dropped $900 to not get everything that I need is absolutely pathetic and abysmal. Especially since the other thing is, the other catch-22 of it is, especially since I've done the same for literally 10 other sets and have seen very similar results each time to the point where I felt comfortable. And this set is taking that comfort away. The first set that I pulled, it was BT1. BT1 has better pull rates than this. Or, like, not BT1. Special Booster 1.0. Special Booster 1.0 had better pull rates than this. Or it might have been, like, on par with how bad it was, but, like, BT1 was also an over-bloated set. So, like, for it having bad pull rates, that's, like, to be expected because of how large the set was. This set has zero excuse why what's going on is going on. And, like, some people could say, oh, it's just the variance of it. And I'm just like, yeah, but here's, like, go look at my YouTube channel. Go back to all of my other booster box openings, and you will see a very clear and distinct pattern. And this set is, like, a far stray from that pattern. Like, and I know 1.5 had better pull rates than this. I know for a fact 1.5 had better pull rates than this, and that was still an overbloated set. Like, and I know part of it is just me being salty because I'm not pulling what I need, but like, I've I've done this a little bit too long to know, like, what I should reasonably be expecting. Like, I'm not even looking for clumpage or anything. Like, it would be interesting to see if there was, like, a correlation between, like, what alt arts are lumped and paired together. Because in my pre-release, I pulled back-to-back, the alt art Lady Devi and alt art Angelomon. So maybe some of the alt arts and secrets are clumped. And maybe that's affecting the pull rates. But again, that's just all hyperbole, and I don't know. I'm just spinning my wheels out of rage. There's a Galacti. So let's just hope for an alt art Rena. Or an alt art Galacti. That would be pretty nice. Nope. Alt art Nikolai. He came to ruin the day. Yeah, literally my first Galactimon, and I only have 2 boxes left. So, people could take this video, or this VOD, and, like, use it as a case study in support of their argument on how bad this set is. Because I am going to be doing a breakdown, on, like, the top-end stuff at the end. But the fact that you need, in order to play Galactimon, at least pulling from a booster boxes, like, 8 booster boxes worth of Venmons, that's already pretty bad. Especially since you need 4 Galactimons to even play the darn deck. This does seem like a clumping issue. Yeah, that's, like, I've seen and dealt with clumping on, like, smaller scale before. This definitely feels like it's a clumping issue. Because, like, how many times have I seen, like, this before? Like, probably more than I should. Like, and I'm not even trying to pay attention to clumps. But as we go through the breakdown and I do it, like, and I reverse the supers, secrets, and alt arts, we'll probably end up noticing a small pattern. That would probably lead to then a clumping issue. Yeah, no translation issues is nice. That is this. So I literally have 2 boxes left, and I have pulled absolutely jack for secrets. Like, if they changed the secrets from a total of 10 secrets to, like, maybe a total of 5 secrets, oh my god. That would actually be, like, the worst decision they've ever made. Like, yes, it would make secrets go through the roof, and it would, like, drive people to want to buy into booster boxes to try to hunt for the secrets. Especially since there's gold cards in here as well. Like from a business perspective, that would be smart. But from a player usability perspective, this is, I would easily tell people never to buy the set. Like, I'm probably going to end up getting one booster box after this to split with a friend, because he really wants to, like, split a booster box with me and just have a different experience. But outside of that extra booster box, no. This set is a do not buy, stay away, red caution tape everywhere. Quality is top notch in my opinion. I hate how many horrible centered Pokemon cards I've pulled. Yeah. At least I'm getting fire. Like, the only barely saving grace is the fact that I've seen Doraemon, and I think he's the most expensive campaign rare. Like, that's so far the only glowing thing I could say about the case is I had pretty okay campaign rares. Wow, what a statement. But now this has me curious to look at other people's case openings and try to see, like, how many secrets that they got. Because if this is just my experience, I wonder how many people had similar experiences. Like, gold cards aside, I just want to know what the average on secrets are for this set. Well, good news. You just got 12 boxes of Next Adventure for $32 each. Wish me luck. I will definitely... $32 a box is not bad, though. Like, I would be complaining less if it wasn't so expensive. Like, if I was paying, like, maybe $400 for a case, sure. There would be way less room for complaints. Next Adventure is BT7, right? If I remember correctly. BT7 wasn't that bad. You at least had... Wait, this set doesn't even have box toppers. I just realized that. Like, I mean, I realized that. I just, like, really realized that. Like, now it's clicking. Doraemon and Commandramon are the most valuable? Yeah. But I don't think Next Adventure is that bad. So, your super rare... Your secrets are the same as, normal set. Yeah. So, you'll at least get the correct amount of secrets. I know the only scuffed thing about BT7 was the lack of rares due to the campaign rares. But it wasn't nearly as bad as this. BT8... I think Next Adventure is BT7, right? I'm blanking. I don't usually call sets by their name. Alright, chat. I'm going to need you to channel all of your energy into this having an alt art secret and a normal secret. Next Adventure is BT7. Yeah, that's what I thought. It had the memory boosts, alt arts as box hoppers. That's a good... Yeah. That alone, for that price, is already pretty good, I'd say. Just because of how good and how playable the memory boosts are. And the fact that they're not getting reprinted in the reprint set, that definitely will drive those prices up. Destro and Fusionize. Yeah, I'm gonna need some hardcore gamer energy on making sure that I get a secret in this, and an alt art secret. Alright. Second Galactimon. So now we just need an alt art secret, and then we're better? I'd still, like, hardcore fail this case. But I at least want it to be salvageable. Okay. Okay. It'll be interesting to see how many total SRs that I get with 12 less SRs. Yeah. Woo! A secret! Oh, God. So, 3 No, it's, yeah, 3 regular secrets and 1 alt art secret. And a taiga. That's not what I need to see! You heard the secrets were 2 and 2? Oh, no. They did not. If that's true, Ray... If that's true, that's such a bad decision. That's such a... You literally lost 6 secret rare slots, if that's true. That's a lot to lose. Like, that's a lot to lose. If that is true. If it is 2 and 2. Honestly, I thought that had to be a lie. I'm really hoping that's a lie. I'm really hoping that is. If that's the case, oh my god. Bandai is probably going to have a shitstorm of complaints about this set. I don't think it'll be as much as the demand for the reprints, but... And I'm not saying we should rally for the complaints, but they would definitely get some complaints. So I am very, very thankful I had the foresight to trade for that secret at pre-release. Oh my god. Alright, last booster box before we do high rarity breakdown. Did someone get a secret in one of the 2 boxes of the store sold? No. That's the sad part. I asked around. Nobody pulled the secret. Because this was at the pre-release. So, nobody got the secret. Which was the whole reason why I asked. Like, I knew this wasn't going to be, like, a perfect case. But I at least had the foresight to ask around to see what people had pulled in terms of alt arts and in terms of secrets. And there was, like, nothing good there either in that department. Alt art wise, I probably pulled the best out of the pre-release because I pulled the Lady Devi Angelwomon alts out of the same booster box. Literally pack one after another. But ironically enough, the first 4, somewhere in the first 4 boxes, 2 of them were the ones that didn't belong in this case. Yeah, so maybe I should have picked a different super rare instead of the Mirage to trade for, but oh well. Just how rare the secrets are, I'm already feeling confident in that trade. Commandramon, Ayo. So now we just need Doraemon, and that will be good on here. And then a gold card in the close. That would be dope. Gold card, alt art, secret, and secret. That would be the way to close out this booster case. Oh, secret. Okay, okay. We're getting there. All right, let's do this, chat. A gold card, secret, and alt art secret. How dope of a close would that be? That would be like the box of legends. People will sing songs of that box's praise. So let's do this. Let's envision that's gonna happen. Oh nope, Nikolai already ruined it. Thanks, Nikolai. Serafi is the other one. Wow. Just wow. How many boxes have I opened and how many secrets? We're about to find that out after this. I'm gonna do the high rarity breakdown. Granted, I do have 2 boxes that are skewing the data, but it's not gonna skew the data that much from what I peeked. But this is box number 12. This is the last box. Yes. Merva. So, I just kind of want to get this over with. I'm just so done with this. This has honestly been easily the worst case I have ever opened. Even worse than EX sets. And EX sets I already were not super highly fond of. I'm starting to think the gold rares are too hard to pull. It's 1 in every like 2 to 4 cases. Nobody knows the exact math. I think it's probably more along the lines of a 1 in 4 cases. Considering, like, you think about the pull rate on the rainbow, that's like a 1 in like 4 or 8. So it's, yeah, the gold cards are definitely going to be highly sought after. And they're definitely going to be like hardcore money cards. Alright. So we're done with this travesty. Oh my god. I'm so over this case. Like, Bandai, whatever you did, do not do it again. Just do not do it again. I know you're not listening. It would be nice if you did. Just do not do this again. This was easily the worst case opening experience I have ever had out of every single set I have opened, which was all of them. I can wholeheartedly say this case was complete dog. It was so bad. If they ever pull this type of a stunt again, I'm gonna be beside myself. Although now my packs are spewing everywhere. I'm just putting away my my booster boxes so that way they don't accidentally fall over. All right. So, let's start with campaign, or let's go over the high rarity breakdowns. Alt arts will just always be shoved to the side. Secrets should also be shoved to the side. Ugh. Oh my god, I'm running out of space, chat. At least you could see everything, you know. I'll just fuse the secrets and alt art slots. That's fine. Or, I'll just fuse the secret slots. There we go. Marsmon. There you are. Gazi. Doru. No, I'm gonna have to fuse these. Unfortunate. Nikolai. Galacti. Black. Merva. Oh, I already have Eosmon. I'm just blind. But I don't have the Hexablow. And there's the Serafi. Commandramon. Altart. Secrets. Shouts. There we go. I don't know, this right here is the most entertaining part. All Force. Merva. Mars. Shouts. Mirage. Zephyr, Rusty, Gazi, Doru, GG, Merv, All Force, GG, Mars, Merv, Bagra, All Darts, where is Phoenix? There you are. GG, Taiga. Maybe I should have sorted these by color instead of literally just how I found them. Mars, Altart. Merva, Altars. Merva. So, we're just going in reverse order from once I opened. Where's... wrong. Oops, that's the wrong blue. Yeah, I've seen way too many Mirages. That's kind of sad. Mars, All Force, GG. Okay. So, let's start with the campaign rares. I got 3 Hexablows, 2 Metals, 3 Hidden Potentials, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Zephyrs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Gazis, 4 Eos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Dories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Commandramons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Rusts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Serafis. So there's how many total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I do the math, I should have seen an average of 4 of them, right? So that was kind of doo-doo. So as far as the normal supers go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 GGs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Black Wars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's really high, considering the difference. 9 Shout 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Mars. Soya Feto, thank you for the follow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 8, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. High again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This was 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, close enough. So, mathematically speaking, since these were all 6s, so I think the average is supposed to be like 7, I believe. Because I could lose 1 and 2, put them here. That would put these to 7. And then lose 1 here, 1 here to put the... Yeah. So you're on average supposed to see 7 of any given super rare. Oop. So that's what the average is, which is fine. That's pretty close to the 8 it usually is. So nothing super funky here. Little unfortunate, I was shorted on Black Wars. Compared to some of the other stuff. Because I know I'm at least going to need... I need to give 2 to my brother, and then I need at least, like, 3 for myself, which means I don't really have a whole lot of extras. So that's unfortunate there. But the average is 7. I'll have to figure out the average for those. I think it's supposed to be 6, I think. Alright, and then the part everybody cares about. So, these came together. These came together. These came together. This is all a secret. These came together. These came together. These came together. These came together. Yeah, so, okay. So, this definitely is a clump. So... Merva Mars is definitely a possible clump. So, it's either going to be Merva Mars or Merva Gigi. I'd have to see other clumps. I'd have to, like, see more case openings to see what other clumps there are. But I think Gigi also is supposed... Like, if you get Gigi as your first card, then I think it's going to come with an Alt-Art Tamer. I don't know. I'm just pulling strings and pulling at straws here. Clump. Oh, no, you. Nikolai, yeah. Okay. So, Nikolai Galacti, I believe, was a clump. Because this shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen. And then as far as, like, overall secrets that I pulled... I pulled a total of 5. 1 alt art and 2 of each base. So if that is the going rate, this is borderline unacceptable. But I do think some of these are clumping and grouping together. So part of the reason why I probably have never seen, at least in this case, any of the Angelomons is because maybe that's a clump and I just didn't get seeded into that clump. But yeah, this is absolute dog. Dog waters. So as far as the combos aside, I got 3 Alt-Art Mervs, 3 Alt-Art GGs, I think 3 Alt-Art Mars, and then the rest, 2 Alt Taigas, 2 Alt Nikolai, and then the rest were just one-ofs. So I'm not happy at all, chat. I'm really not. Just this alone, if this is the going rate for a case, this is already a reason for me never to buy a case ever again.
You got screwed again?
I don't necessarily know if I got screwed per se. It's just, this is why I like breaking down cases and doing this for like experimentation and documentation purposes. Because like literally the changes that they made to the set was just reduced in the cards you want to see all around. So they literally cut the secrets in half, which is terrible. A horrible decision, especially when you need 4 of each of their respective secrets to be able to play their deck. And then I just got really unlucky with a lot of my alt arts. So I can't really complain about the most random thing about the boosters, except the fact that it felt like some of these were seeded, like just clubbed together, where it's just like, if I see a Marsmon, then I'm most likely going to see a Taiga. Or if I see a Venusmon, I'm going to see a Marsmon, like that type of thing. Like that's a little bit unfortunate. If that is true.
You got half the secret rares that you got last time?
Yes, half. Literally cut in half. Because ordinarily I see a full playset of any given secret, and then 1 of each alt art for the secrets. And this time it was literally cut in half. Luckily for me, I had enough foresight to trade for 1. So I'll have to buy 2 Galactes just to build the Galactimon deck. So I'm technically good on the Renas. I'm not happy, but I'm okay on them.
So you can't buy a case from the full playset anymore?
At least in this one. So I don't exactly know why or where they decided to make these cuts, but they were terrible decisions. Absolutely horrible. Like, if I literally had to do, like, a completionist review, I would say, do not buy, stay away, or, like, do not complete, like, whatever he says. Like, do not play. No, like, this set was so bad. It was actually the worst set I've ever opened. Easily, by far.
His lowest rating right now is donated. It used to be burned, but that was 2.
Yeah, so if I had to give this set a review, I would say donate it. There we go. I would actually say burn it. Like, I'd bring that back. Like, the reason why I buy cases is so I have a full playset of all the secrets, guaranteed. And the fact that they cut it in half for this set and I don't have a full playset of all the secrets, that's the most disturbing thing.
So, is everyone having the same trend there?
I gotta do some research and see, but if that is true, this is easily the worst case, and I would recommend people not to buy it, period. Unfortunately, people are going to be buying it and opening it en masse because, 1, this happened. Minus the fact that I traded for 1 and I had good foresight. But just the fact that it's hard to pull what you need. Like, there's already a reduced amount of the supers So the average used to be 8, now the average is 7, so it's like, okay, one less. Whoop-de-doo.
Are they giving you another common? Or are they
Uh,
giving you less cards?
so the problem is they had campaign rares, which ate up some of the card slots allotted, and then on top of that they had foil commons and uncommons, which ate up the rares. So now the rares are also harder to pull. So I would almost say that maybe the campaigns ate up supers and secret slots, and the foil commons and uncommons ate up rares. So it just made things astronomically harder. Just because now you used to be able to see one of every rare in a box. No longer the case. Gone.
So wait, the foil common or uncommon is not an extra?
No.
Is that one thing Magic hasn't even done something like that.
Different card games do it differently. Magic just has a foil slot because their rares and mythics don't inherently come foil. In Digimon, the rares and the equivalent mythics come foiled. So it ate up a foil slot, and this ate up a secret. So like the foil, there's 2 foil slots in a pack. So this type of a card ate up the back foil, while the common and uncommon rares, or common and uncommon foils, ate up a front foil. So yeah, it's all just how they fit on the space of the sheet for printing, but based on like what I'm seeing here, it definitely feels very, very scuffed. But
Are a lot of people not going to have a full playset, or can still buy it like you said you're going to?
the secrets are going to be astronomically high, because if
Less of them.
there's half of them that they used to be. So let's just say your average secret costed $30. Now you're seeing less of it, so now that price should bare minimum be $60 because of how much fewer that you're seeing, because it was literally cut in half. That's just like on very basic math level. Because there's also the card quality and how much of the card that you need in order to play it in its respective deck, and how good that deck is in the meta, and like all multiple different layers of nonsense.
Nationals coming up in a week, that's probably also gonna.
Oh yeah, with Nationals coming up in a week, it's gonna make the card, like a card like this, jump insanely high. Like right now, this card's 60 on pre-order, and after people realize how few of them are actually hitting the market, it's gonna start climbing. So yeah, let's have some fun and open some pre-release packs. Just to sully, to put a cherry on this this whole ordeal. And then we can open up the art packs last. I'll open at least 4 of them just so I have an open full playset. Rare, uncommon. Oh, oops. Other way around. Hey, pre-release Yuya. That's okay. Pre-release X Antibody and Machine Dramon. That one people would probably go for. Same thing with pre-release Analog Man. I think people might, like, the max rarity people would probably want that if they're playing Machine Dramon. Hey, there we go. This is a hit. That's a good rare to get a pre-release version of.
Cool art.
Agu and Scow. Hey, pre-release Snatch. That's good. And Arrow. I might want to get a full foil of the Gao deck. Just as a guilty pleasure. Gaumon's one of my favorites. But that's just because he's a husky, and I like dogs. I don't know if you noticed. I like dogs, chat. Oh, for a second I'm like, did this pack already come slitted?
Tell me to go play Cyber Sleuth to de-stress.
I don't think Cyber Sleuth will help me de-stress. Alright, and then I already know that these come with one of each of the 8 illustration cards. So let's just open up 4 of these and gaze in fan-made beauty. So, for my roommate, the illustration packs was part of a art competition where they had specific Digimon voted on, and people would submit their entries, and obviously the best ones get made into Digimon cards. Thus, where these are. And some of the artists are already being used again that won the art competition. So they're actually like pseudo-employed, which is kind of cool. It's a huge exposure boost. Oh, these cards don't come foil. Okay. So these are all cards people in the community has drawn. This was like one of the big winners. Like, this card looks fire.
Yeah.
I like this one personally, but I'm a Gamamon fan, and I think he's just cute. But yeah, the Terriermon looks kind of goofy, and then there's Patamon.
The Devimon's neat.
Yeah, no, like, all of these are really good pieces of art, especially since the community made them. So each pack will come with all 8 cards in it. Guaranteed.
Oh, okay. So it's just 8.
Yep. So, in order to get a full playset, which is why I'm only opening up 4, you only need to buy 4 boxes, because this is a buy a box promo. That comes outside of the booster box. So, yeah. That was 3? Okay. So, one more of this. Alright, full playset opened. Nishidramon's your favorite? He's pretty cool. I wish the card that the version that they chose of him was better. But I think like getting the reprint of the starter deck one, just from a logistics standpoint, was smart. And then these can go into the vault.
You pretty much streaming for the rest of the night.
Out of rage, I might be done. How long have I been streaming? Only 2 hours? Why? Do you want to watch the dog show?
We could.
I think maybe I think maybe watching the dog show
will help with your stress.
Well, it might help with my stress. But we could also watch it tomorrow, like, because I don't think you're doing anything, and I'm not doing anything outside of making a video tomorrow.
It doesn't matter. Whatever floats your boat.
I'm so mad. I am actually, like, I have not been this mad at Bandai while opening up booster boxes in a very long time.
Well, you spend $1,000?
900 to not get a full playset of what I need.
And to spend an extra $120 on.
No, I probably have to spend only an extra 60, but or 30, depending on where the price of Galactimon is. But I'm not spending more on Rena. Nuh-uh. I'm very lucky I even have 4 of them right now. Like, given how bad this case is. Like, and I don't necessarily think it's just a case going forward. Like, if they never do this again, I'll continue to buy cases and still get everything that I need. But if this is a trend going forward, this is a very bad trend. Like, Bandai really needs to stop and reassess things. Like, the campaign rares, sure, whatever. They could do those once a year. They did them last time, literally this exact same time last year. That's not a problem. Don't overdo it and have it literally eat so much up of the set that it's taking away from cards people actually want. The alt arts are, like... The alt arts are always take it or leave it. I unfortunately pulled the like some of the worst ones I could have pulled. Uh, so I know people already want the Mervamons, so I have to set those aside. But yeah, the majority of these were just pretty bad. Which sometimes that happens. These are the only things that are like really true RNG. But the fact that I felt like there was some clumping or seeding, where it's just like, if I seed this in this order, this should be the expected result. I don't like that when it comes to the alt arts. Those used to be the only true random thing about opening up a case. And obviously, my tune would be a little bit different if I opened up a gold rare, just because it's like a really hard to get card, and that would have easily made up a lot of the case's value. But this is easily one of the worst cases to buy boxes on.